welcome back to Come, Relax, and Learn. Today is going to be the first video in a series of reloading 223 and a Hornady lock and load progressive press. And I'm going to go straight to the point because I appreciate your time and I appreciate you watching and taking the time watching the video of mine. The first thing that I do is I get a bin of all the range brass that I have collected, mine and other people's brass, and I pour it on a brass sorter that I have. It picks up different calibers. For example, this top one picks up 38 38 special, 30-30, 45 Colt Magnum. Second one picks up 40. And the bottom one picks up 9mm, and the rest that fall in the bin are 32 special, 22s, 25 ACPs, and I am using this Dillon brass media separator, and I'll be using this later on in this video or perhaps other videos. Once I have them there, I go over here to the buckets and I start putting them there so I can store them further and store them that way, or put them in the media cleaner a little later by caliber. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you how I do this. Okay, so go ahead and let me go ahead and show you what I do. I grab a couple of fistfuls of brass, throw them there. Guys, I apologize if the sound is coming off pretty harsh. You know, just sorting brass is sort of loud. If you notice, some of the larger 7.62s, 30-30s, 45 Colt, 34 mag, they stay on the top. That second one, for anything like 40 Smith & Wesson. This one, 9mm and 223. Okay, so what I do now is I'm gonna go ahead and sort, well, not sort, but place the 9mm and the 223 where they're supposed to go. So pick it up, 223. I'm left with 9mm. Now, you may be thinking, man, I've just started reloading. Where am I going to put all this? How am I going to afford all this? And the answer is you don't need this. You can just sort them by hand. It may take a little longer, but when I first started, I would put them all in the ground and just hand pick them. You'll be surprised how fast that goes as well. Alright guys, and just like that, I have collected a whole bunch of brass. Some of these I reload, some of these I don't. And the ones that I don't, sometimes I'll just store them and I'll sell them at some point, maybe make a few bucks, not much. But yeah, a bunch of 45 Colt, 30-30s, 45 ACPs, 7.62s, 223, and a bunch of 9mm. And this is from a few visits to the range. It's not like I've been collecting these forever. Let me put the light so you can see it better. So yeah, once I'm done with this part, in particular, I'm gonna grab these 223s. I'm gonna sort them because some of them were misfires from my AR. Some of them are light primer strikes. For example, this, if you see, it's an entire completed round, but it has a light primer strike which means it's a no-go. So this goes in my bin of completed rounds that are damaged, and I'll pull those bullets later. But yeah, guys, straight to the point. That was the first step in my reloading of 223. We'll be back. Okay, guys. Next step is I grab the dirty brass and I put it on my Frankfurt Arsenal wet tumble. If you can see, this is stainless steel media, and this is, I found, the best way by far to clean your brass. So I've counted, I have about 57 pieces here. I have hundreds of more of the 223 cases, but these are the ones that I picked up from the range. They're dirty, and they all have their primer pockets still there. I mean, the primer's still there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tumble them for 3 to 4 hours, and then I remove, I put them through the actual sizer in my lock and load, and after that is it's sized and deprimed. Then I go to the trimming and the rest of the process. So yeah, I'm gonna run it through the rotary tumble to get that taken care of and cleaned. Okay, so I've added the water into this mix. I'm gonna add just a tad of Lemishine, not much. And I'm gonna add a few drops of Dawn. Probably not more than that. And I'm gonna let this run for 4 hours. Okay, now that everything is in place, I've got the cases with the water, Lemishine, and Dawn. Just set it for 3 hours. It's gonna get a little loud, so after I turn it on, I just won't say anything. Check back 3 hours later. Alright guys, so the tumbler is done. It's been running for about, let's see, 3-4 hours. And let's check it out. We're probably gonna see a lot of so yeah, let's go ahead and pour it out and see what we got. Okay, let's go ahead and pour this out, see how the water is. You can tell water is pretty brown, but I don't want to pour it all because I don't want any media or water or pins coming out. So this is just, you know, preliminary. There's plenty of suds in there. Okay, so now we're gonna head and dump this. I don't know if you can see it, but we're gonna try to dump it in the Dillon separator. Let's see what else we got. Okay guys, so this is the Dillon, the large size media separator, and it's really designed for the corn cob. You got it from your vibratory cleaner, you dump it in here, you separate it, but I use it for both wet and dry. So let's go ahead and pour what's in the bucket. See, recall, we did not make a lot of brass. It's just a few. I think there were like 57. So I'm gonna go ahead and rinse the tumbler and start moving these. Okay, so let's go ahead and take care of this and tumble it. Now when you tumble these, you gotta make sure that you don't do it too fast, so the stainless steel media is just flying all over the place. Once most of the media is out of the cases, then you can go a little bit more rougher, and definitely not too rough, but definitely you want to be spinning this quite a bit, because you don't want to have stainless steel media still on the cases. I mean, there might be one or two, but just trying to minimize that as much as you can. What I like to do is I like to add more water to the tumble in order to rinse some more. Change the setting to sunrise maybe. Okay, I think that should do it. That should do it for now. Next thing, I'm just gonna empty this and rinse it out. Just rinsing here a little bit. There's some pieces of stainless steel media that still get caught up on the outer edges. You can see them here, and I'm gonna hose them down. Anyways, I have a stainless steel magnet that'll pick up all this. Alright, at this point what I do is I rinse some of the dirty water. And what this does is starts leaving the stainless steel media, and I keep rinsing this until the media is fairly clean. Pro tip, if you're using stainless steel media, you can put it away like this. There's no need to get it super clean. Even with little dirty water, you can still do it. My recommendation, get it dry as fast as you can, or leave it out as long as you can, because it can develop a little bit of rust. This is stainless steel, so it won't get super dirty, but it can develop a little rust. On a few pins, that is. Okay. So yeah, that's the media. I'm gonna rinse it with a little bit more water. I'm gonna get rid of the excess soap then I'll just set it out to dry. Probably set it out to dry. But my main thing is I want to keep my Dillon separator and basket clean. And then you use a media stainless steel magnet and you pick up whatever's here when you're ready to put them away, or whatever falls around, such as this. That's the way it works. Okay, let's go see about drying the cases. Okay guys, let me give you a sample comparison of the 223 cases. This just came out of the tumbler. You can see these are very shiny. Let me compare it with some other dirty brass. Dirty, clean, dirty, clean. Alright, so even though we separated the media fairly well, you can see we still have some stainless steel pins, and probably there are some still inside the cases, but let me check that real quick. I get up in groups of threes, check. It's actually best if you had them in a bucket. You can mix them up and they all turn right side up. But these are only a few cases, so I can do it without a problem. Okay, so I'm going to check that there's no more pins inside the cases, and I'll be right back. So here I forgot to do the voice and explain what was happening, but pretty much I am actually using for the first time a case dryer by Hornady. But a pro tip, you don't need to use this. You can just lay all the wet brass on a towel and let it dry. Also, something else you can do is you can put them on a baking sheet and put them on the lowest setting in the oven, 250, and you'll have dry cases in about 15 minutes.